Drama bin drama, Arab drama, Ole drama, Omera drama, zote pamoja. Ayayayayayaya. Early on Monday, well-known Kenyan lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi tweeted that the Turkish man at the center of the DP Ruto Wilson Airport drama had been deported, proving that the state had found it difficult to sustain any charges against the Turkish businessman, according to Abdullahi. And then 2 or 3 hours later, Abdullahi came back and said, correction, Bwana Harun Aydin had not been deported. He had left Kenya, departed from Kenya, of his own free will. What? A foreign national is in police custody, and then later we hear he has been deported, and then later we hear he has left the country. He has voluntarily left the country. He himself decided. What? What is going on here? You know, a lot has been said about Bwana Harun Aydin. DP Ruto foot soldiers have spoken a lot about this man, but they have told us nothing. So let's start this story at the beginning and work our way to the present. That way, we will clearly understand what has just happened here. Because, in my opinion, something very big has just unfolded. And even if we have not yet seen it, it doesn't change the fact that this is big. Now, the first time we heard about Bwana Aydin was when somebody leaked out the flight manifest of the flight the Deputy President was supposed to board and depart from Wilson Airport to neighboring Uganda. It should now be very clear that the reason why that flight manifest was leaked was so that we can see the name of a Turkish national traveling in the Deputy President's entourage. Keep that in mind as we proceed. It is important in putting all this together and understanding what is really going on here. And predictably, after the release of this flight manifest with this name, Kenyans started asking questions, and Kenyans Googled. And those who don't support the Deputy President told us that huyu mtu ni terrorist. And they told us that with a straight face. What? Now just think about it for a minute. Somebody is a terrorist, is on the watch list, and they fly into Kenya and out of Kenya, not once, many times. And Interpol are just looking at him. The Americans are just looking at him. And the Israelis are just very comfortable, burping after sampling the local nyama choma delicacy. Can that actually happen? Hiyo inawezekana. You know, even relatives of terror suspects have a problem traveling. But here is the man himself, flying in and out of Kenya, until Kenyan social media, bust the guy. Does that make sense to you? But Chris, the guy was going to appear in court. He was going to be charged. with that which you're denying? The DCI must have had evidence before taking the step of taking him to court. Okay, I hear you. And let me give you a small piece of information. All over the world, investigators are always faced with a situation where they are sure that somebody has committed a certain crime or was about to commit a certain crime, but they don't have the evidence yet. So what do they do all over the world? Answer: they look for something to keep that person in police custody. By the way, there are very many cases that have been solved in this way. Somebody is taken into police custody over something completely different, and then voila, the accomplices in the real crime the investigators are interested in start coming out of the woodwork. Accomplices whom the investigators did not know about. Case is solved soon after that. But let us get back to the main road here on today's show. So, this Harun Aydin flies to Uganda. Yeah, of course, the deputy president does not go with him, as had earlier been planned. Aydin travels with the other DP Ruto people. And in Uganda, they get very busy with this benchmarking mission, as we are being told. Political benchmarking. And then Bwana Aydin returns to Kenya. As soon as he lands in the country, he is arrested. Now, doesn't that sound planned? Choreographed? First of all, you give us the name. And you allow us to speculate about that person. And then, unamshika. And then, somehow, he leaves the country voluntarily. Oh yes, that is the chain of events. Now, there are a few things which are coming out very clearly here. It appears that the reason why the deputy president's flight to Uganda was interfered with must have had something to do with this man, Harun Aydin. He was the target of this operation. But meanwhile, the short-sighted focus of Kenyans, predictably, is in the wrong places. Huyu mtu anasumbuliwa kwa sababu serikali inataka kumaliza deputy president. That's what Kenyans are saying. And again, very predictably, Kenyans are divided along the political lines, currently, along the political divide. Those who are for the deputy president are defending a man they don't know to the hilt. And those who are against the deputy president are accusing a man they don't know of some very serious thing. And of course, in that kind of emotional state, you will see nothing. You will realize nothing. Even many who have come here to take in this video have come here with emotions. They're asking themselves, kumekucha atasupport nani? Atasupport huyu mtu wa Ruto ama atakuwa against huyu mtu wa Ruto? Yes. But that is of no interest to me. It's of absolute zero interest in me. What I'm interested in is the truth and what is really going on here. Now, in my view, the deputy president unknowingly gave us a very important clue, piece of evidence, to crack this mystery. He told us that he just picked up the phone and secured a loan for the Turkish businessman to set up in neighboring Uganda, not in Kenya, in neighboring Uganda. Now, just hold on a minute. You are an international businessman. You want to set up a business in Uganda. and you come to Kenya and you get a loan in Kenya to set up a business in Uganda. Hiyo ulisikia wapi? Ulisikia wapi hiyo? Where have you heard of such a thing happening? How? If you want to set up a business in Uganda, you go to a bank in Uganda. Or at the very least, you go to an international bank with a strong presence in Uganda. Because the strong presence in Uganda allows that bank to have the expertise, the technical know-how, to be able to gauge and analyze your proposal before they decide to give you a loan to go ahead with what you want to do. That is how banks work. But in this particular case, a bank in Kenya gave somebody a loan to launch a project in Uganda. And that person who has been given a loan is not a Kenyan opening a branch of their business in Uganda. No, it's a man all the way from Turkey. Where? And so in my view, the clue we have been given is that this Aydin man and this Aydin maneno is all about money. It is about international financial transactions, or shall we say cross-border financial transactions. And indeed, those who have already taken in my WIB Weekly Intelligence Briefings, number 62, can already put it all together. And in case you can't, it's all spelled out in my Weekly Intelligence Briefings, number 63, which is going to be out shortly. In the next few hours, if you came to this video early. If you came a little late, it is already out. And if you're saying to yourself, come on, Chris, where can you information up on the public channel? If you're saying that, you must be crazy. Ama, you don't understand. Yani, you think you understand, but actually, you don't. Now, our offer for Weekly Intelligence Briefings, our amazing offer, ended on Sunday night, yesterday. Hiyo sweet deal, mambo kwisha. However, and this is the good news, a few lucky people will still be able to get the deal. This is how it works. During some brief hours of the day, the offer comes back temporarily. I can't tell you which hours, I can't tell you when. But if you send a blank email to the email address you see below, you'll get an instant response. And maybe you'll be lucky that the response you get, the automated response, will be that showing the offer still in force. If you do, it is valid for you. But if you get an automated response, that gives you the normal prices, no special offer, then that is what your deal is. And so I highly recommend that you send an email right away, a blank email to that email address. You never know. You may be lucky to get the old offer that ended on Sunday. And then, of course, you have to act immediately. I know it is Bahati Nasibu. But then Kenyans these days are very interesting people. Kenyans like gambling. They gamble with their lives. They gamble with the lives of their children. They gamble with their politics. And put millions of innocent Kenyans at risk. That is how Kenyans behave these days. Very sad, very unacceptable. But then that is the way things are. We can't change them. Anyway, I would highly recommend you try your luck. Let's continue. I want to draw your attention to the fact that these days, politicians use everything they can get to move their political agenda forward. You don't have to believe me, but this Harun Aydin issue, if you look at it deeply, is not political. When the DCI get involved in something, it is not political. Of course, politicians can draw the DCI's attention to something. Yeah, somebody breaking the law. Yeah, and therefore people call that a political case. But the truth is, somebody broke a law somewhere, and that's why the DCI were called in. Or somebody was attempting or about to break the law, like in this case of Harun Aydin. And so what is happening in Kenya nowadays? The politicians know the truth. Yeah, they know the whole saga. But they want to use that attempted crime to further their political agenda. That is what's happening in Kenya right now as we speak. Has been happening in Kenya for a long time now. Technically speaking, there is nothing wrong with it. Yeah, just hold your horses. I can hear people say, yeah, Chris, just hold on a minute. Technically, there is nothing wrong with it, for the simple reason that you should not, under any circumstances, break the law or try to break the law. I am sure we're all in agreement with that, total agreement. However, it is wrong and against the spirit of our Constitution and against the spirit of the law to use something like that to enhance your politics. It's just wrong. Technically, there's nothing wrong, but in reality, it is very wrong. I don't know if I'm clear, yeah, or I've confused people, but that is my humble view. Anyway, what I want to focus on is this particular political agenda. Where is it going? Where is it leading? I think the answer is obvious. Its main objective is to deal with the deputy president politically, once and for all. And even if you don't like the people behind this plot, they're smart. They set a trap, yeah, for the Ugandan government. And the Ugandan government fell into that trap. And instead of staying out of Kenyan politics, some people in the National Resistance Movement, the ruling party in Uganda, started attacking ODM, the Orange Democratic Movement in Kenya. And I hear some people saying the Ugandan government was very smart because instead of attacking the government, it attacked a political party which is not even in power. So it is okay. You know, I think there are very many of us who should seek a refund from the high school we went to and the university, if any, that we attended. We seek a full refund. Now, just take a simple example. Today you wake up in the morning and you decide to attack the opposition party in the country called Israel. And maybe your brain is telling you that the government of Israel will support you as you attack the opposition party because the government in Israel is fighting the opposition party. Really? Let me simplify it further. Your neighbor is disciplining one of their children. And so you decide, yeah, since they're already disciplining this child, you go in and you also start beating that child. Do you think your neighbor will be happy with you? Well done. Asante kwa kunisaidia kuchapa mtoto. Do you think that's what's going to happen? Get serious. I put it to you that if you're a ruling party in a foreign government and you attack the opposition in another country, you are meddling with the internal affairs of that said country. Now I know that it is ODM that fired the first barbs at Yoweri Museveni and the Ugandan government. I know that. But again, let's simplify it. If your neighbor's child comes and insults you, you don't start disciplining your neighbor's child. You go to the authority, the father, the mother, and you tell them, your child has insulted me. If sycophants of Yoweri Museveni found that what Kina Junet Mohammed and others were saying was offensive, the right thing to do would have been to write a protest letter to the Kenyan government. That's how it's done. Discipline your local political parties. They're offending us. Please tell your local political party to stay out of Ugandan internal affairs and to stop judging us, because they know nothing, and maybe that's why they're still an opposition party and not the party in power. Something like that. You don't start writing letters to a political party in a foreign country as if that country does not have a government in power. How do you do that? Anyway, Wakenya ni Wakenya. What feels right in your heart, according to Kenyans, is what should be done. What your emotions tell you is what you should do. That is how we behave in Kenya. Yeah. And I guess this is normal. Should be expected from Kenyans. Because I'm a supporter of the deputy president, a Kenyan thinks to themselves, the attack of NRM, the protest letter sent to ODM, is okay. It is good for Ugandans to join us in the fight against these ODM goons. It doesn't matter. It is irrelevant that these ODM goons are in the same country as we are. Those are fellow Kenyans. It doesn't matter. Because we must win this war for the deputy president. Mpende muspende. DP Ruto must be president. Must. Lazima. Either DP Ruto is president or nothing. Aye? Kweli? And all that makes sense to you? Hey. Hizo refund kutoka zile shule mlienda, hata mimi nitawasaidia, mtaipata. We must seek these refunds. Hey. Ish. Before I go, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give me a like. It'll really help me. And also remember to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. And finally, WIB number 63. Don't miss it. And you have an exciting opportunity to try your luck. If you haven't already. Just send a blank email to the email address youmissedthis@gmail.com. And if you're lucky, you get the old offer, act straight away. Best of luck, my friend. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.